Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. I've never been in a position to do a deck profile before, but we made Platinum 1 in the first season of Master Duel PvP, so I think this is a good time to do a deck profile. So I made Platinum 1 in January 2022 with Tri-Brigade Harpie. It is 60 cards, and it seems like a lot, but I'll explain why this works in a minute. So it went 54-19, and most of that record is this deck. So I made some small changes as I climbed the ranks, but this is what it ended up being at the end. It's, for the most part, a typical Tri-Brigade engine, but it also has Harpie cards in it. The typical end board for this deck is Samoric Bird of Sovereignty with Barrier Statue of the Stormwinds behind it and some amount of protection. Usually that'll end the game on its own, but if they are able to out the Barrier Statue, you can depend on power cards like Mist Valley Apex Avian, Harpie's Featherstorm, Tri-Brigade Shrig, the Ominous Omen, and number 39 Utopia Double to give you the win. So here's card by card. First we're going to go over the hand traps. First it is 3 DD Crow, 3 Maxi, 3 Nibiru, and 3 Infinite Impermanence. The Harpie cards is 3 Harpie Lady 1, 3 Harpie Channeler, 3 Harpie Perfumer, 3 Harpie Harpist, 3 Elegant Egotist, 3 Hysteric Sign, 3 Harpie's Featherstorm, 1 Harpie's Feather Duster because it is technically a Harpie card, and 1 Harpie's Hunting Ground, which is somewhere over here. There it is, cool. Tri-Brigade cards is 3 Tri-Brigade Nerval, 3 Tri-Brigade Karis, 2 Tri-Brigade Kit, and 3 Tri-Brigade Fractal, along with the 1 Tri-Brigade Revolt. And then the other cards in the deck is the 1 Barrier Statue of the Stormwinds, 1 Mist Valley Apex Avian, 2 Godarla, the Mystery Dust Kaiju, and let's see, and the spells round off as 1 Monster Reborn, 1 Foolish Burial, 3 Pod Desires, and 1 Double or Nothing. The extra deck is the Utopia Double Packet, which is number 39 Utopia and number 39 Utopia Double. I have included in this list Evil Swarm Exciton Knight. Truthfully, if there was ever a situation where it did come up as a possible summon, the opponent was so far ahead that they never let me get to it, and they would never let this resolve. So this probably gets cut for a Tri-Brigade Rugal, the Silver Sheller, which is the rank 3. And then we have the Kariba, which is your starter if you draw a Nerval. Saladin the Great Almirage, which is your starter if you draw Tri-Brigade Kit. Harpie Conductor acts as both a link to, you can summon off a Tri-Brigade effect, and you can just hard go into it as well with any 2 win monsters, so it's any of the Harpies really. This also counts as a Harpie Lady, so it does count towards Harpie's Hunting Ground and activating Elegant Egotist. 2 Farragut, you might want to cut to 1, but I think 2 is good just in case you need to go into the second one. Tri-Brigade Bearbrum, good option, but not needed for the combo you're trying to do. Obviously getting to Revolt is strong, but the deck has a lot of other options besides Tri-Brigade Revolt, and if you're doing turn 1 shenanigans, going into Bearbrum and then linking it off locks you into Tri-Brigades, which means you can't do the statue play, so, you know, weigh that against the opportunity to lock your opponent out of the game. 1 copy of the Desperate Doom Eagle, whose name I'm not going to attempt to pronounce, typically used as a bridge to get to Access Code Talker, and it also takes up a card out of your opponent's graveyard, but sometimes it hits for 48, and that's pretty good. Some more Bird of Sovereignty, obviously the thing you always want to go into turn 1. It special summons the Barrier Statue from the deck. It can also summon the Mist Valley Apex Avian from the deck, and it's just a great card. And you can play the rest of the deck even under the Barrier Statue. Like, you can play a Perfumer to add a card. You can add a Harpie Harpist. You can even play a Tri-Brigade Nerval from the deck too if you don't have access to that line. So it's just really good. Appaloosa did not see a lot of play when I played the deck in January. There's just never a reason to go into it. It's good to have just in case you want to get your Barrier Statue off the field, but for the most part, We never really made Apollosa, but we're still including it in the list because it is just a good card to have, and it fits in with the rest of the deck too. And then the one obvious Access Code Talker. If your opponent lets you combo off, then it's a 5300, pops a bunch of cards, and then 2 Shurake, that's the perfect number. Super, super good. So, like I said before, turn 1, you're just summoning Simorgh with the barrier statue behind it. Easy ways to do that. Play Harpie Lady, Elegant Egotist for another one. Then you make Farragut. Farragut special something else from your hand. Figure out where your hand is, and then you want to make sure you get a Winged Beast on the field, either through a Tri-Brigade effect or from summoning another thing with Farragut's effect. And then you go into Shurake. You don't go into Shurake. You go into Simorgh. Fix your hand if you need to, like if you draw any of the Garnets like Double or Nothing, or Miss Valley Apex Avian, or the Barrier Statue. You can put it on the bottom of your deck and then effectively get a free card out of it. If you have any kind of protection, like Forbidden Droplets, which is here, which I maybe forgot to mention in the card by card, but we're here. If you open up like Forbidden Droplets along with Hysteric Sign, then you're in really good shape because you can use the Forbidden Droplet to protect your statue from battle, and Forbidden Droplet lets you send from the field or your hand, so you can activate Hysteric Sign on your first turn to add Elegant Egotist, go through your turn, set Forbidden Droplet, and then on the opponent's turn, when they go to attack into your statue, Forbidden Droplet, send Hysteric Sign from the field, have their attack. Your statue probably beats in battle by that point. And then in the end phase, Hysteric Sign has a ability in the graveyard. If it's sent from the field to the hand during the end phase, you get to search for 3 Harpie cards with different names. And that can include Harpie's Featherstorm and Harpie's Feather Duster. So you get 3 searches, 2 obviously really powerful cards, and then you can just add another Harpie Lady. Probably going to be Channeler if you have another Harpie card in your hand, otherwise it's Perfumer. And you're probably winning the game at that point, because then they have to worry about you clearing their back row completely and turning off all their monster effects on your turn. So, super good. The Harpie deck is the only deck that can really search out these 2 powerful cards because of Hysteric Sign, so it's a really good reason to at least consider running a Tri-Brigade Harpie deck, because Lyrilusc, while they can play Harpie's Featherstorm, they can't activate it from their hand and they can't search it. So, just something to keep in mind if you are looking for something that is not Lyrilusc Tri-Brigade. Yeah, so one of the great things about the deck is that it is flexible. You start out locking down your opponent, but it just turns into a mid-range deck, and it can turn into a combo deck if your opponent has no defenses left. So you can use Shurake just to use its effect for spot removal, and then once the field is clear, you can go into an access code line, go into a 5300 attack access code talker, destroy a bunch of cards, and your Shurake and your access code is 83 damage. So that is going to be game most of the time. And because we're running a whole bunch of level 4s, we also have access to the Utopia double package. So if they leave any monster in attack position and has less than 2000 attack, Utopia double will end the game on the spot. Because you go through the motions where you use your 2 Harpie monsters to make Utopia double, use its effect to add Double or Nothing to your hand, and then you put Utopia on top of Utopia double with its attack doubled, so it goes up to 5000. Then you attack with Utopia, activates its effect to negate its own attack, Double or Nothing, and then it gets a second attack. You attack, this thing jumps up to 10k, and if the monster had less than 2000 attack, that is more than 8000 damage in one single blow. So that is definitely an easy way to get a win if they are not prepared for it, especially if they're thinking it's going to be a really grindy game because it's Tri-Brigade. Nope, sometimes you just end it right there. So it's definitely an option you like to have in this sort of deck. So hopefully you see something good in this, and if you want to try it out, the deck is here, and I wish you luck in your duels, and thanks for watching.